So what we're going to dive into in this video is marketing for construction companies on a budget. Now, we know that not all GCs and construction companies have 100K to throw at marketing, right? So we want to make sure that we can still market ourselves though, because you can't have no marketing. And then eventually we can scale up to a point where you do have that 100K budget because you scaled your business big enough and large enough to the point where you have that budget because your company's so big. So I want to just give you guys a run through on, of just an outline as to how you guys should be marketing if you're on a budget. This will still apply to you at scale, even if you are a bigger company. But nonetheless, I still want to give you a rundown on what most people do wrong, what most good companies do right, and how you can implement different marketing strategies for yourself at your own construction company. This applies to you, whether you do anything, just painting, electricians, plumbers, whole house builds, remodels, anything. It doesn't matter. If you run a home service business, this applies to you and you should watch this video. So, the problem with how most contractors market is that most believe that the only way to get money, or I'm sorry, to get leads is to dump money into ads. That could not be farther from the truth. I think ads are very important. I think everyone should be running them, but just because you are throwing money at them doesn't mean they're going to work, especially if you don't have a good strategy, right? Ads that aren't targeted waste money. If you don't have tracking set up, you have no idea what's working. And when the ad budget stops, meaning you failed your campaign and you wasted your entire budget for the month on it, the leads stop coming in, right? The truth is that marketing is not about spending more money, it's about spending smarter. Okay? If you can't put in 3 grand a month for Facebook ads, that doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean that you can't grow your company. But if you only have 3 grand for marketing, you shouldn't be pumping it all into ads, right? So here are some free and low cost marketing wins that you can focus on before you start running ads or doing anything that might be a little bit more pricey and out of your budget. The first thing is you need to get online, 100%. Making a Google business profile, that is 100% free. Getting reviews on that Google business profile, and then other profiles that you can start for free, like Angie's List, Home Advisor, Yelp. 100% free. It costs nothing except copying and pasting a link and sending it to your customers. Also, getting referrals, right? Obviously, I know for a fact that most of you are relying on referrals and word of mouth for your business. Not that anything is wrong with that, but you absolutely should not be relying on them, right? However, referrals and word of mouth will outdo any marketing strategy, no matter how good it is. So, with that being said, you should absolutely have a referral strategy in place. Something as simple as every time you finish a job, give someone your business card, say, and also ask them, hey, do you know anyone who needs a new roof or needs new flooring done, right? So take advantage of these strategies that cost $0 and they compound over time as well. Another way is content. So instead of spending thousands on campaigns, you can let the work speak for itself. Share before and after photos on your social medias and Google as well. Record quick project walkthroughs, even client testimonials, and again, put that on your social media profile. Also, post educational tips about remodeling, building, or maintenance, right? There are people out there that do want a major project done to their home, but the thing is that they either don't know what they're doing, they don't know you exist, or they just have little to no trust in the contractors in the area because maybe they've been screwed over in the past. There's a lot of reasons that could be, but by actually building content on your social media pages and Google that shows that you know what you're talking about and shows that you're an authority in your industry, you are building a really good local brand and you're showing people a reason they should trust you and why they should hire you. The other thing now moving on is about ads. Okay. So there is a minimum ad budget for sure. I mean, if you're not putting at least, $600 minimum, pretty much is a waste of money per month. I mean, per month, pretty much it's a waste of money. But what you don't want to be doing is spray and pray, right? And there's different ads that you can run, by the way. Okay, you don't have to just run Facebook and Instagram ads for social media, right? There's Google local service ads where you only pay for every qualified lead that comes through. You can also target a smaller radius on Facebook and Instagram. So what I mean is that if you have a $600 monthly budget for ads, I'm going to be honest, that's nothing. That's really dirt nothing. But if you're targeting a very small geo-targeted area that's say, a 10-mile radius, $600 can go a pretty long way. So do what you can with the budget that you have, right? Like, this isn't just something, again, where you have to pump 3K into it for the month and see what happens, right? You can totally start small and then expand as you scale, as these ads become more profitable. You can also do retargeting campaigns. So you can target people who visited your website. You can retarget people who clicked on the ad but didn't convert into a customer. You can retarget people who you gave an estimate to, but maybe they ghosted you or they said, no, we're going to wait later down the line, right? There's different strategies you can implement in place for retargeting your leads and just basically taking advantage of everyone that's in the pipeline. Another hidden leak is losing leads. This is a huge problem I see in the construction business. Some of you guys are getting phone calls and not picking up the phone. Some of you guys are getting phone calls, not picking up the phone, and then not calling that person back. Some of you guys are getting phone calls, picking up the phone, getting the information, having a conversation with that person, and then not calling them back. It's amazing. You guys are leaving money on the table, right? So the famous saying goes, the money is in the follow-up, right? So the biggest waste usually actually isn't the ad spend, it's in the follow-up, right? The only reason why any contractor at our company has not been successful is because they have not followed our follow-up protocols, right? You have to call every single lead you get within 5 minutes or less. If you don't, they're lost. Consider them long gone. At the very most, you want to wait an hour, the very most. But if you don't call these people back same day and then schedule an appointment same day, next day, or the day after at the very latest, they're gone. Consider them gone. Consider them cold. They are no longer a warm lead that came from Facebook or Google. They are cold. Okay. So you definitely want to follow up immediately and have a good follow-up system in place. I'm so passionate about this because I know that this is where 99% of you are losing money. I just know it. I know you're not following up. So make sure to follow up. Have a good CRM system. Don't lose deals just because you forgot to make a really quick phone call. Now you can fix that with a simple system as well. Use a CRM, track every single lead that comes in, create automations where someone fills out a form, they get automatically added to the pipeline. If you miss a phone call, the lead gets a text message saying, hey, sorry, we missed your call. We will call you back ASAP. Hey, here's also a link to our client portfolio of projects we've done in the past, right? And then also respond fast. Speed to lead closes jobs. There is a story that Alex Hormozi told, right? I don't know if any of you know who that is, but he's a very famous entrepreneur. And he was speaking to the owner of a restoration company. And this guy closes 55% of his leads, not his appointments, his leads. And Alex was talking to him and he said, how are you doing that? And he said, oh, it's very simple. I have one lady or one person, I think it was a girl, he said it was his aunt, who sits there all day long. Her job is to sit at the office, wait for phone calls, answer them as soon as they come in, and schedule the appointment. That's it. That is all she does all day long. She gets 2 to 3 phone calls a day, meaning 2 to 3 leads, and closes 55% of them. That means they're closing minimum 1 job per day. It's incredible. So speed to lead is very important. You definitely want to respond fast, and you 1000% want to make sure you have a good follow-up system in place for your leads. And the payoff here from all this is you get a sustainable growth engine. When you stop wasting money and start marketing smarter, you're building something sustainable because now you have your finances in order. You have free channels like referrals and the Google business profile that cost nothing, that compound over time, that eventually might actually become your primary source of your income for your business. You have content that makes you the most obvious choice in your market. You're spending ad money in a smart way that's consistent. You have a strategy and you're basing it off of your budget, right? It's a different strategy of spending $3,000 a month versus $500 a month. But it doesn't matter which one it is. But if you have a good strategy behind it, you can make that money profitable. And then you have a good CRM that ensures that no lead gets left behind. The approach here, by the way, I want to be very clear. In this video, I'm not emphasizing that you should save money. This is not what I'm saying. You should 100% be investing into your business, but don't invest stupidly. Don't plow money into Facebook ads and then with no strategy and it just doesn't work, right? Take advantage of the free stuff, start small, scale up, have a good back-end system for following up and closing those leads, and bam, you're going to scale way faster than you ever thought that you could. If you are interested in any of this being implemented for your own business or just a consultation on how to do it yourself at the very minimum, feel free to book a call at adstructdigital.com or use the link that is in the YouTube video description below. Nonetheless, I hope you got value out of this, and I will see you in the next video.